Hallo Leute, ich bin Katja und ihr seht Deutsch für euch. As I mentioned last week, today's vocabulary unit will be on irregular adjectives. As always, I will not claim to get each and every last one of this. I might always miss something, but these should at the very least be the ones that you will see used often. Now for adjectives, being irregular means that the comparative and the superlative, which I explained in last week's grammar episode in case you haven't seen it yet, aren't formed the normal, so regular way. So let's take a look at what makes these irregular. I would divide them into three groups. The first one isn't even that irregular because the irregularity really only affects the comparative. In this group we have dunkel. You should already know this word from episode 6. For forming the comparative, we take out the e before the l, but we put it back in for the superlative. So that would give us dunkel, dunkler, and am dunkelsten. Heute ist der Himmel dunkler als gestern. The same thing happens with edel, which can mean noble or classy. Mein Kleid ist viel edler als dein Kleid. And it's also the same for teuer, which means pricey or expensive, with the only difference really being that there is an R instead of an L at the end of the word. So once again, for the comparative, we take out the E before the L and get teurer. And for the superlative, we put it back in and therefore get am teuersten. Das Benzin ist wieder teurer. Secondly, we have a group of adjectives that change letters. That being A, O, U, changing to Ä, Ö, and Ü. One example would be groß, so tall or big. For this, we get the comparative größer and the superlative am größten. Another one is arm, which means poor in both ways that it exists in English. So meaning that somebody doesn't have a lot of money or no money, and also that you pity them. So if you say poor thing, you can also say that in German. So for this, the comparative would be ärmer, and the superlative would be am ärmsten. So everything follows the rules, but we have this vowel change in there. So let's do a little exercise for this. I will give you a list of more adjectives that are graded using the umlaut change, and you can leave me their comparative and superlative forms in the comments. We have alt, jung, kalt, warm, kurz, lang, klug, dumm, gesund, krank, stark, schwach, hart, rot, schwarz. What might help is that you already know a few of these, at least if you did study the vocabulary. So go ahead and grade those, leave me your answers in the comments, and I will let you know if you were right or not. And then we have this last group of these very few but very important, completely irregular adjectives. Gern, lieber, am liebsten. Gern, lieber, am liebsten. Gut, besser, am besten. Gut, besser, am besten. Viel or sehr, mehr, am meisten. Viel, sehr, mehr, am meisten. And that is it for today. From now on, if there are any irregular adjectives in your vocabulary episodes, I will put all three forms on the bottom of the screen. So that means if you only see the positive of an adjective down there, you can rejoice because that means it is regular, which will be the case most of the time. Okay, your random word of the week is der Locher. Since Loch means hole, so this is the holer. Makes sense, doesn't it? Bis nächste Woche. Tschüss!